What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Today, I want to share with you another article I wrote on my Substack, which you can check out in the link below. Follow me there and also follow me here on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get into the article. Now, I called this article The Truth About Being Creatively Stuck. What do you do when you're experiencing momentum and suddenly you hit a wall? If you ever had your creative pipeline to shut down unexpectedly, keep reading because this is for you. Now, before we take a deep dive into this peculiar circumstance, it's worth noting that creativity doesn't behave in a consistent manner. It comes in waves, it ebbs and flows, it peaks and pulls back. It's unpredictable energy that works in mysterious ways and often on its own terms. Experienced artists learn how to seize upon this magic and its abundant flow. Other times, it has a way of stopping abruptly, leaving a feeling of emptiness and uncertainty. So, what's the takeaway? Our creative power should never be taken for granted. When you are in the flow of creativity, take advantage of that moment. There's a good chance there will be a pause between the next time you experience this blessing. And believe me, sometimes it's hours, days, months, and in severe cases, years. Now, that's a grim assessment of a common problem all artists deal with. However, the good news is no matter how long or how short these creative short circuits take place, they can easily be fixed. And I ought to know, I'm experiencing my own battle with this phenomenon now. Now, rather than writing it off as another episode I must endure and strive to get over, I decided to look deeper into what's happening with me. Normally, I would think of this as a personal flaw which I brought upon myself while applying some finger shaking at myself. What I found out totally changed how I viewed this process. Now, instead of shaming myself, I was able to ease back into my work as if nothing happened at all. There was no need to pump myself up and try to motivate myself, which often can lead to greater resistance and disappointment. Instead, I learned the science associated with this subject. Taking the time to learn from how this works save you from self-deprecation and shame. Now, before we get into how this works, please like and subscribe. Uh, Hit me up, hit that hype button, buy me a coffee, and let's keep these videos flowing and growing. Now, here's how it works. The goal gradient theory was discovered by Clark Hill, who saw how rats in a controlled environment ran faster towards their food the closer they got to their food or reward. This behavior is true in humans in that we naturally increase our efforts to reach our goals the closer we get to them. With every goal we set out to achieve, we tend to start out strong, slow down in the middle, and pick up pace as we get near the end. If you've ever run a race, especially a long distance one, you know everyone starts out strong. And somewhere in the middle, pacing begins to slow down and fatigue starts settling in. You start feeling the pain and questioning your motivation. Then you turn a corner and you see the finish line in the distance and you begin working harder and applying greater effort. The reward we are looking for is in our line of sight, which makes us more motivated to achieve it. When I was offered my solo art show this year, to say I was excited was an understatement. And at once, I set ambitious goals and guardrails to keep me accountable to achieve them. One of my goals was to complete about 100 paintings to curate uh, from my show. And after all, I was practically given a full year to create new work, so why not? So since January, I can truly say that everything has been going as planned. New work has been produced, um, and I seem to enter my flow in my work when I entered my studio. Then suddenly it came to a screeching halt. It was as if creativity slammed on the brakes and the vehicle came to a violent halt. This is where I met my middle. At first, it was disorienting. I was just shy a few paintings from 50 from my 100 painting goal. And for the last few weeks, I've had nothing to say, nothing to do, just silence. I, I couldn't believe this was happening to me. And there I was, slowing down, feeling fatigued, and starting to worry if I was losing my motivation. And believe it or not, this is normal in all creative processes. The gradient theory addresses these factors whether you are building a business or planning out any project. Everything has a middle, and that's where you'll be tempted to quit. But don't quit. Keep moving forward. What I learned from the gradient theory is that we tend to focus on what's left to do rather than how far we've come. For instance, my focus wasn't on the 47 paintings I completed. I began to panic about the 53 pieces I had yet to complete. And if you find yourself where I am now, what can help you get back on track is to take a moment and celebrate how far you've come. It really works, and it helped me put my vision in perspective. Celebrate what you have already achieved, and this will give you motivation to keep going. Now, businesses use this technique all the time with like leaderboards, point systems, even visual charts to show what you have achieved. It's called gamification. And I hadn't realized I was already using this technique with my work. Every time I finished a painting, I'd write down the number on a post-it note and place it in the area where the work is stored. So when I go into that space, I'm instantly reminded of where I am in my journey. Now, I'm going to add an arrow pointing upward to enhance the reminder and send a stronger signal to my mind where I'm headed. But these past few weeks of being in the middle was an eye-opening experience, but a great reset for my work. It was painful to endure, but learning about the gradient effect and putting it into perspective in my practice has strengthened my resolve to go at it harder. So you may feel stuck in what you're doing right now. I empathize with you. I don't believe in lecturing folks on what they should do in their creative practice or even life. However, I do believe my experience through this painful process was worth sharing, and hopefully, it has inspired you to keep pushing forward in your work. What I thought was a flaw in me was just a natural occurrence in the creative process. I hope that this video helps somebody. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Keep creating. Don't quit. If you find yourself in the middle, just celebrate how far you've already come. I love you all. Yahweh bless, and I will talk to you all again soon. Peace out.